Woo! Welcome to Wolf Tracks, guys. I'm Bobby the Wolf Mullins, your paranormal shock jockey, your DJ, the outlaw, the #1 bad boy, the undesirable. That's me. On Wolf Tracks in the paranormal. Now, let me give my disclaimer right quick. If you don't like what you see, the topics, the language, or the equipment, turn me off. But if you like what you see, the topics, the language, or the equipment, turn me on. Yeah, that's right. By the way, you can see my show on Ustream, YouTube, and on ghosttales.tv.com. Your paranormal superstation. Go to it for all your paranormal needs. There's tons of shows, radio shows, television shows, all kinds of stuff to watch. 7 days a week, guys. Go to GTN, ghosttales.tv.com. The paranormal superstation, ranked number 7 on the World TV Net. It's a big deal. 208,000 shows. Our stations, that's a big deal. Number 7, guys. Number 7. All right, that's a big deal. Now, let's get to the show, shall we? Let's get to the show. I got kind of a burr underneath my saddle, so to speak. All right, now, and I don't mind a good challenge. I mean, don't mind a good challenge. And you people have been lighting my email box up. Thank you very much. Lets me know you're listening and pay attention. Now, I did a show last week with the CEO of GTN, Richard Parnell. And the topic was flying triangles. And I don't mean the music kind that you go ding, ding, ding. No. It's not that shape, though. We got 3 little lights. All right. We got the size, or we got the general shape of this thing. Now, I gave you information. The information was Triangle Alley was what we were talking about with the flying triangles. The information was there's having all these just over and over sightings of these flying triangles. Now, the problem I had with it was that it's a flight path, okay, and it's repeatedly used by these flying triangles. How many UFOs follow the same flight path? Number 1, unless they're using like ley lines or, say, magnetic fields, and I understand all that. I got that. I know what that is. Now, but it's near Area 51, and I gave you some more information that I know. Everyone's familiar with Voyager, the little satellite we sent out, take pictures of our solar system, and it's still going. It went past Pluto, which in my day, that was a planet. All right, now, they're talking about using a version of the Hubble, which is a telescope or a flying, orbiting type camera, telescope, whatever, that orbits our planet and takes pictures of our solar system, universe, whatever. Now, they're wanting to use an upgraded version of that and send it out into space to take better pictures or closer up pictures of our galaxy and or universe. Now, how are they going to get it up there? Or how are they going to get it to fly around up there? Well, now, I watched something from NASA. All right? Oh, my God, that's great. I think I need another. Anyway, now, they were showing the platform they were going to set this telescope on. It's going to revolve 360 degrees on top of this platform, so it can take pictures all the way around it. Now, this platform is triangular. Ta-da! And it has an experimental propulsion unit on it. Okay. If that has an experimental propulsion unit on its triangle, it's triangular shaped. Now, if that's the case, then let's say, in my eyes, my opinion, in which all paranormal is an opinion, guys, and that's what y'all got to understand. It's an opinion. And like I said in one of my other shows, until we produce an actual UFO or an actual little gray-green reptilian alien body, alive or dead, that all of us on the entire planet can actually physically touch, no one's going to believe it anyway. So, it's all a hypothesis. Ah! I said it. I haven't had too many of these. All right, now, my email box lit up because they were like, well, Bobby the Wolf Mullins, since you're so into the paranormal, why are you so into debunking the paranormal, UFOs and otherwise? I'm not trying to debunk them, guys. I'm giving you information and making you think. I see things from both sides. You cannot be biased when making an intelligent decision. Okay? You have to see both sides of the fence. Both sides of the topic. Now, I understand the ufologists say UFO. And the ufologists that I know are great people. Alright? But the people who aren't ufologists say it's government conspiracy, it's an experimental program, blah, 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 whatever. I'm just showing you what I've noticed. Okay? Could it be UFOs? Could it be our government working on an experimental platform? Are the UFOs following a specific flight path? Or is the government using this flight path to test this propulsion unit that is experimental on this triangular platform? They're supposed to launch this telescope into space and take pictures for us. Just let us see what's around us, our neighbors. See, this is what I'm talking about. You've got to think. Now, I'm not against paranormal. I believe there's intelligent life out there. Now, whether we're below the radar or not, and we're not important enough for them to come down and say hi and share a beer with old Bobby the Wolf Mullins, or whoever, or we're not a big enough threat yet for them to try to conquer or colonize or come in peace or whatever, live long and prosper, you know, may the force be with you and all that goofy shit, whatever. That's irrelevant. I believe there's intelligent life out there somewhere. The universe is too big, too vast, and there's too many planets out there. And I'm kind of like Stephen Hawkins when it comes to looking for intelligent life. These scientists are looking for a carbon-based life form. Well, that's great. There could be. Another carbon-based life form like us, a planet like us, in the Goldilocks zone, they call it. Matter of fact, they found one. It's just too damn far away for us to communicate with it. But what if it's not carbon-based? One of my older shows on Ustream, I talked about a video. Excuse me, nothing burps like beer. Woo! God, I love that. Anyway, now, the site, it's a naval satellite called SETI. And I took a picture, or video, I'm sorry, video of Mercury by the sun, you know, Mercury, the sun's solar flare went off. Big deal, happens all the time, right? Now, this solar flare that went off came off the sun, hit Mercury, with this little dot's Mercury, came off, hit it, and when it hit it, it went around it. Okay, like this, it went around it. It engulfed the planet. Now, you're talking about a solar flare that would incinerate the Earth, and we'd be a large charcoal briquette. Okay, you can't dig deep enough in the ground, and there ain't enough water on this planet, and no one's AC system's that cool to protect us from a flare that big. And it would incinerate us into a charcoal briquette, the whole planet. We'd be one giant, ball-shaped charcoal briquette orbiting the sun if that solar flare hit us. And Mercury took the full brunt of it. Now, Mercury does that all the time. What's your point, Bobby the Wolf Mullins, since you ramble so much? Alright, my point is, SETI caught an object between the sun and Mercury. When the solar flare passed, came off the sun, hit Mercury. Before it hit Mercury, it hit an object that wasn't there. The satellite didn't see it. When the solar flare hit it, it glowed bright orange. Of course, NASA says it was a pocket of gas that ignited when the solar flare hit it. Now, anybody who's dealt with any kind of fuel product or combustible knows it don't take a whole lot of heat to set it off. What's the one thing they say when you have a gas leak? Don't light a match, don't light your cigarette, right? You might blow the house up. Okay, if a pocket of gas is sitting next to the sun, I'm thinking it's already ignited. I don't think it just formed and hung out there until a solar flare lit it. The sun's not one big Bic lighter, you know what I'm saying? And this shape, since everybody knows explosions happen in a spherical shape, these things blow up and out into a sphere, easiest geometrical form there, NASA genius. Why did this object have two tubes and a ball in the middle? Literally, two tubes, like a tube here, and a ball in the middle. Where did the tubes come from? Alright, so this object was cloaked, like Star Trek. Okay, Okay, so it was invisible until the flare hit it. It dusted the flare off like we shot a spit wad at an M1A1 tank. It probably didn't even scuff the paint. They probably didn't even feel the heat on the inside. Now, tell me again there's no intelligent life out there. Because if this thing, like I said in my other show, if this thing's aggressive, we're done. There isn't a weapon. There isn't a weapon on our planet to take this thing down. Okay? No. I mean, we fire a nuke, anything at this, and if it can brush off a solar flare like you're dusting off your countertop, a nuke ain't gonna be jack. You know what I mean? You might as well be just, shooting rubber bands at the damn thing. Now, I'm not against paranormal, guys. I'm not trying to debunk everything I see. But I'm going to look at it in an intelligent way. I'm not going to be one of these fakers. Okay? Everybody knows about the KFC con. Thanks to me, that's what the name is. And good old Brandon knows that. So Brandon's held accountable and credited for having a KFC con. And if you want to know what that is, watch one of my older shows. Anyway, now, I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to give you areas to look, places to go to research this stuff, guys. Remember, I said keep a journal. It's part of my other shows. I said keep a journal. I keep a journal on weird things that happen. Open your eyes. Open your mind, like my closer says. There is no reason in the world for you to look at things and take things at face value. Why should old Bobby the Wolf Mullins take things at face value? Okay? If I see a correlation between the two, I'm going to bring it to y'all's attention. That's my job. I'm the guy, remember, #1 bad boy of paranormal, the outlaw of paranormal, the undesirable, the one that brings them all down. If you're lying, if you're faking, I'm going to find you. And when I find you, I'm going to tear you apart. The last thing you want to do is tangle with a wolf. And this is Wolf Tracks, my stomping grounds. If you don't like what I say, don't like what I do, I have my disclaimer. Tough shit. Right? All right, now, we already discussed the disclaimer. We got a little riled up. Everything's good. Everybody toss down one. Relax. Cool your jets. Pull your head out of your jets. And let's watch Wolf Tracks. Now, I appreciate the emails. Those were great, by the way. And when you get my dandruff up like that, I'm telling you, you're doing a good job. Okay? Because you're thinking. That's what I want you to do. I want you to think. I want you to ask questions. Always ask questions. All right? Always ask questions. There is no reason in the world you can't. My dad always said, the dumbest question is the one you don't ask. Do not take authority or information at face value. Do not tell me that the governments of the world are on our side. Do not tell me that our governments do not have some working knowledge or knowledge of or proof of alien life. Don't tell me that the Catholic Church does not know. Don't tell me that the Vatican does not have anything in the lower catacombs below the Vatican of proof of alien life. Okay? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Because I ain't going to believe you. Okay? You got to realize, like the governments of the planet, the Vatican is a government of its own. A little city of its own. A little world of its own. Alright? Why else would they let Da Vinci do intense autopsies on human bodies in the catacombs? The Pope of the time approved this. So they get a working knowledge of the human body, of the anatomy of the human body, which is against their religion to do so. Why? They wanted knowledge. Like I said, with the whole Pharaoh thing and Egypt thing, they're after the tech. They're after the books of knowledge. They're after whatever devices moved the stones. They're after whatever enabled the Egyptians, the Mayans, the Aztecs, and all the other cultures of the world to move these 100-ton, 200, 500-ton stones and place them in odd forms and shapes. 2-ton, 1-ton, 100-ton, 500-ton stones. and make these megalithic structures with ease. They're not after trinkets. They could care less about the trinkets. They want to know how it was built, what machine was used, and where's the device. Just like the Vatican wants knowledge. Think about it. Think about it. All right, now that we've argued, had a good time, watched Wolf Tracks, remember to vote for me. We're going to bring this one home to the underdog, guys. Let's get that BCA home to the underdog. Bobby the Wolf Mullins and Wolf Tracks. Now, let me give my closer right quick. Remember, pay attention. Look around. Open your eyes. Open your mind. Pay attention. What crawls by, flies by, walks by, or slithers by. And if you get a picture of it, send it to Bobby the Wolf Mullins, okay? And remember, don't take things at face value, okay? I just got a cue from my production manager. We got to wrap this thing up. All right. Look, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go toss down a few. I got a friend of mine in need of a little help, and I'm worried about him. He fell on some bad times, and the wolf looks out after his friends. I don't know. Well, you know, pack members. Anyway, y'all take it easy. Peace out. Holla at your boy.